All right, so College Football 26 has been out for a while and it has received mixed reviews from the audience. And before I jumped out and criticized the game a few days after this release, I wanted to take my time and actually go through the Dynasty mode and see how things were compared to last year and if some things have gotten better. And before I jumped out and gave my own review about the game, I wanted to let it marinate for a little while. And that is what I'll be doing today. So this Dynasty review will be specifically about TeamBuilder, something I focus a lot on this channel since we cover a lot of HBCU topics and we like to import HBCU teams into college football 25 and 26. And from my experience, creating the teams has improve, as I discussed in previous videos, with the creation suite being a little more customizable. And there were some bugs early on where you couldn't place logos in the end zone or in both end zones. It only was allowing me to place a logo in one end zone but not the other. And once I uploaded the team and checked it out, it was missing. And that was the only issue I had with customizing. But everything else, like creating players, also adjusting their ratings and all that type of stuff, and changing their appearance, all worked out pretty well. And I made a mistake in a previous video stating that we will be able to change the hometown of the players. I thought it was a given, but it wasn't. And I felt like that was something that we were going to be able to do, because if you're going to allow us to create a player, allow us to change everything when it comes to their birthplace or their hometown. And with proximity to home being a deal breaker, and when you're creating a player, you want to be able to choose the hometown the kid is from. And the process of importing your team into a dynasty is pretty smooth. But once you import that team, you will have to replace a university. Now, this is where the problem lies for me. The problem is I was once told if you replace the team from the same region of your university, you will have the weather effects of that team. So I played around with it a few times. So I imported a team from the Southeast and replaced the team from the Southeast, and the weather never made sense. I also imported a team from the Northeast and I replaced UConn. What I found out is that wasn't true. You don't get the same weather effects. I was playing throughout the season and I noticed it was 100 degrees in November. And I know they had weather issues with the original teams that they had in the game, but for the team builder teams, it's all screwed up. I'm like, are we going to figure this out? Are we going to be able to have real weather for our team builder teams? But right now, I can attest to it. The weather doesn't work for team builder squads, which takes away a dynamic of the game. If I wanted to import a team from Ohio and replace a team like Ohio University, and I don't get a snow game, no snow game. I played in the MAC with that same Ohio team for 2 seasons. Even on the road, I didn't see any snow games. And when they said it was 51 degrees in the game, I didn't see any signs of it being cold. Like the player's breath, for instance. You don't see any of this stuff unless it's snowing. I felt like the weather dynamics of College Football 26 and College Football 25 is all. And when you're dealing with outdoor sports games, the weather is a huge factor. And they talked about how great of a factor weather was going to be when it came to rain, when it came to snow, when it came to anything. Also, while you're playing throughout the season, and you could have added every player name on your team. Something I did. I played around with it. I created a team from scratch, and then I replaced every player's name. And once I imported that team and played with them, how about the announcer still announce the previous name of the player? I'm saying if you have a player who was originally named something, that's how team builder teams are. You're not going through and building your roster player by player. You're actually taking the generated players they give you and you're reassigning names, heights, and all that stuff, which works from the visual aspect. But when it comes to the announcers, they're going to say the same name of those original players, which takes away from immersion. Just say number 7. I thought that certain names were programmed in the games. Like older versions, you could name someone Smith, which is a very common name. And the announcer will say Smith on the run or Smith completes the pass. In this game, If the name was already there, it's engraved in the coding. So if you're into Immersion, don't even create a player that you want the announcers to recognize when it comes to Team Builder. They're not gonna say the name. They're not even gonna say the number. They're gonna say the original name that was generated by the system, which is crazy. And on the logic side of the game, I feel like they improve recruiting when it comes to players accepting certain roles or changing deal breakers along the way, and also when it comes to the transfer portal. Now, the only issue I have when it comes to logic is when it comes to award selections and All-American teams. Now, for the award selection, I've seen some crazier stuff happen in my lifetime when it comes to players getting awards they shouldn't. I played with a team builder squad that went 3-9 due to our roster being so trash. And we played a lot of defense and we made a lot of tackles. We had a few turnovers, but my middle linebacker ended up winning the best defensive player of the year award on a 3-9 team. I'm like, does the game only recognize the defensive performance of users and they don't take in consideration of the other players? Now, that's one thing I hate about sports gaming is when they can't get the award selection correct. And last year was the same, which broke the game for me. It's like, I'm building a dynasty here, but you're going to award a player that played on a 3-9 team. So it makes it feel like the awards don't mean anything. And also when it came to All-American and All-Conference selections, I seen players selected to the All-Conference and All-American squad at the end of the season, and then they came back for another season and was not selected. Actually, it happened for my squad. I had a team that I was playing with in the Sun Belt, and I had a few players selected due to, they played pretty good on offense. There were a couple of transfer guys, and they got selected to first team All Sun Belt. And they came back for their senior year and they weren't on the first team or second team All Sun Belt. It's like, what kind of logic is this? Are they putting transfers over actual players who perform? It's like all of this is kind of screwed up, man. It's a coding mess. I'm not going to lie. The gameplay is fun. I'm enjoying other aspects of the game, playing Dynasty and stuff. If you guys are interested in full Dynasty gameplay, you can subscribe to my other channel. I do a lot of that over there just for fun, but that's the issues I have with the game right now. I haven't played the other game modes, but I've seen a lot of complaints about Road to Glory as well as Road to the College Football Playoffs. But that's my review on the game, and I appreciate you guys for rocking with, man. We're back, man, and I got something interesting coming for y'all. I know we talk about a lot of college sports, and you guys talked about how you were interested in seeing some type of college gameplay, like some type of simulation stuff. And I got something in the works. Just stay tuned. And we're going to be doing something very interesting on this channel. I done searched YouTube and I haven't seen anybody do it, especially the way we about to do it. But as always, man, I appreciate you guys for watching this channel, watching this video. And if you're new here, subscribe, and I'm out of here. Peace.